Hello again there, friends and fans. Raptor here, and welcome back to Cold War Game, a game that we took a look at from the Soviet perspective a few months ago, and now we're back for the American perspective. There's been an update for the closed beta, and I happen to have access to it. So today we're going to see some high-flying fun with some American-made Cobra helicopters coming in to destroy some Soviet armor, as well as U.S. troops and tanks. So if you're excited to see more RTSs on the channel, and make sure you support too, by the way, by smashing that like button so we can fight back the forces of Susan and all of her cronies trying to censor conflicts and RTS games. It's crazy. You wouldn't believe it. But anyway, we're here for more. I'm happy you're back. Thanks for becoming members and clicking and tapping the join button. You guys are amazing. So thanks as always for the support. We're going to go ahead and give this a try for the first time. I'm quite rusty. I've only played this game maybe once or twice, and we'll see how differently that these helicopters respond from a game highly and heavily inspired by Wargame. It's nice to actually see somebody else who was a fan of that game and other games like World in Conflict or whatnot to make their own game. This was made by fans of Wargame, and it's good to see it back as Wargame went on to be Steel Division and now Steel Division 2. We'll see what these guys do better. The first one taking place in 1978. This one taking place in 1976. Operation Black Horse. Let's see, to win we need to have more points than the enemy. We're taking command of the 11th Armored Cavalry Regiment against the 79th Armored Guards Armored Division, which I believe is the faction that we played with last time. So it's the same two factions, or the same two decks, or the same two, whatever you want to call them, versus each other. So let's start the battle. Again, this game heavily inspired by Wargame, European Escalation, Air-Land Battle. It feels more like, I would say, European Escalation at the moment because there's no off-map aircraft support, but this looks awfully familiar, doesn't it? If you've seen this before, then you'll know what we're all talking about here. So we got to basically get more points than the enemy. So capturing Echo is going to be extremely important, and luckily we have ourselves some attack choppers. So we have AH-1Q Cobras and also some 1Gs, which are armed with Hydras, and then of course this one being armed with the BGM-71A TOW. And we'll see how accurate that is. Let's see, ammo 8, rate, heat. Oh, accuracy is 40. I don't know if that's percent. Is that 40 out of 100 or 1,000? I don't know. But we'll just give it a try. Who cares? We're just here to see some missiles fly and stuff explode. So let's go over here. The enemy will be equipped with anti-aircraft, so we'll see how that goes. And the game looks actually really nice. I must say, I'm really impressed with the amount of detail here, too. Let's fly into a city real quick just to kind of see how everything is. Again, this is a closed beta. And this is not too bad at all. The only thing they're really missing is maybe like some fences and small details of vehicles or whatnot, but pretty good. And I believe the town cover system works a lot differently from Wargame, so I don't know how confident I am with infantry fights yet, but I'd rather fight the Soviets from the air from far away. Let's see, what does this have access to? Oh, recon helicopter. That's interesting. That's in the helicopter tab, but also there's recon helicopters here. Oh, so you can get them from both tabs. Interesting. So I guess we'll bring a couple of recon helicopters here for our helicopter attack, and then let's get some ground forces too. We have about 2,500 points to spend. Let's get a couple of recon choppers there. Actually, I should probably split them up. Well, they are split. We can select them together or separate. Let's at least try to go up and capture Bravo. So C2, I believe, is command. So let's try to bring up a more armored command to the front lines. Where's our edge of our map here? There. And we'll put those on the highway. Let's see what we got for tanks for these guys. We've got ourselves access to the M55 1A1 and then M60s. Infantry, we have access to Dragon and Riflemen. Dragon, of course, has an anti-tank, 170 millimeter. The range on that one is, let's see, does it say 1,000? So I'm assuming meters, perhaps. So let's go ahead and compare that to the helicopter, for example, which has range of, well, we can't see because I've deployed them all. So let's see what we get for artillery. M109s. Artillery in this game pretty useful, actually, at destroying enemy units, though it doesn't seem to work where enemy tanks or whatnot can become panicked or rout easily. But American tanks are very, very high quality compared to the Soviets, so I'm assuming just these number of tanks alone should be enough to stop the enemy. Let's send these tanks through town to maybe go fight the enemy at this major town here, and then we'll see if we can push them out of Echo. I don't know if the Soviets will probably have higher numbers, so it might be a good idea for us to stop somewhere near this town and then thin them out and then finally attack them. Maybe we can flank them with our helicopters. Let's see what else we got. I just want to see how things work, so let's try some artillery. I've seen that before, very effective, especially with forward observers. So we'll call out all the artillery that we can. What do we do for supply? Looks like we have supply helicopters. Nice. Oh, but they start in the air. Okay. Well, we'll put those there then to land later for the troops. And we'll have to have infantry to protect this command. That will go in there, so we'll call them out. Do we only get one? Oh, we can only call them in one at a time. Okay. Well, we'll get 4 of those. We have some extra points. Let's go ahead and spend those on tanks to escort the infantry in. We'll have these guys defend the command 2 and another recon, which will be our M5. Oh, wait, is that in the tank tab too? Light swim tank, they call it, versus a light swim tank. So I believe these are the same variant. These both must be recon. If I put this down, let's see. It's got the binocular icon next to it. Let's go back to tank and click on that. Yep, okay, so whether or not it's in the recon tab or in the tank tab, it still does the same thing. It's the same unit, just connected differently. Kind of cool, though. All right, let's go ahead and start the battle and see how things go. Cue Flight of the Valkyries. All right, I actually want to hear these troops a little bit louder. Let's see these helicopters fly in. That looks cool. Oh, they sound great. Very nice. Can I increase the volume here? I want to try to boost that up a little bit. Let's bump that master volume up a bit. Oh yeah, that sounds good. There we go, baby. Nice. Now, where's our recon helicopters? Oh, they're right behind. Perfect. Okay, we'll try to flank the Soviets. They'll probably have a lot of anti-aircraft, so we'll see. Let's get our other tanks moving now. And what is a fast move in this game? It is M. Okay. So we'll have to adjust that so I can play it more like war game to what I'm used to. Oh, it looks like it deselected them. Alright, well, speed is of the essence, I suppose, in this game, so we'll take the road. And let's land our helicopters back here. Can we tell them to land? I believe so. And let's send the rest of our tanks in, too. Really cool to see everything operational in this game. Let's see if the... oh, I like the voice acting, too. It's nice to hear different voices from... different from a war game. That's kind of cool. By the way, Cold War boys, if you want a voice actor, I am totally happy to give you my talents for free. Let's see, range. Okay, so what do we have here? Cancel, load. Oh, land. There it is. I thought it said load. So land. So these will probably work like they do in war game, where anything around the circle of helicopters will give them supply. Ah, we have an enemy command unit. Fantastic. BRDM-2U. That's going to be a lot of points if we destroy that thing. Let's not send everything in, though, like an idiot. Let's try to just bring a couple of helicopters out, and our recon, too. Let's see, the IQs are armed with that tow, so if we do destroy that, that'll be a huge hit. T-64A spotted ×3. The Soviets coming out of the forest now. Are you guys trying to fly into it, or what?
Roger that.
Real-time strategy games. I hate them. Oh, boy. BRDM-2 right there with the, like a... Oh, are they? Oh, yeah, let's see the toes. All right, awesome. Literally point-blank range. So, what was the accuracy again? 40, basically equals 0. All right, well, we got him with something. Something exploded it. Oh, and one of our choppers is down. Yep, they got us, too. Wonder what shot us down. Don't tell me that BRDM-2 shot us down. And they have Shokas and other anti-aircraft missiles, so we'll see. Let's just continue to fight and see how things go.
Destination received.
We'll create a line here. Tanks are approaching. Looks like we've got a couple of enemy BMPs here. You guys go ahead and park over there and see if we can get at them. And we'll... Oh boy, that's a lot of T-62s. I don't know if we'll be able to reach there in time. They don't have recon with them from what I can see, except for the obvious BRDM here. Oh, missiles coming in. Was that missiles? Wow, don't tell me that BRDM from there is effective at shooting down choppers. Second chopper down now. Missile going out, ATGM. And right into that family home. I hope they weren't at home. Enemies at 87 to our 33. Should start changing the score a little bit as soon as we get some more units in the field. Now, where did our... Ooh, a T-80.
Under your control.
Oh, wait. Oh, I can tell them to switch weapons?
Ready. Awaiting orders.
I'm trying to select all units of the same type here.
Here, sir. Fire. Standing by for
I
your
can't
call.
seem to select them all so I can put them into a
Yes,
group.
sir. Waiting for your order.
No, one of our M60's destroyed. T-80 there, a little out of range.
Enemy targeted.
We have a recon tank there, so that should see them. A lot of enemy tanks breaking through here.
Go.
And they have anti-aircraft with them, too. Okay, let's unload the troops. Get out, boys! Let's see what they can do.
Ready for battle.
Alright, so we got a stray lock coming our way. Easy
Yes, sir.
target.
Enter.
So it looks like each cluster of building is kind of like its own compound.
Following your commands.
Let's see what we can do to get our boys into buildings. Multiple squads. And the entire Air Force wiped out by like one Shilka. And wow, look at that. BRDM was destroying us. That one machine gun alone just eradicated those helicopters. I was hoping they'd be a bit more effective than that. But of course, this is early access, so whether or not you fly out in front of a gun or not, you know, we've all played games where helicopters are very powerful and also very weak, depending on how you're playing. But what's not weak is our tanks over here. Look at this. We've crushed that T-80 and multiple other tanks. That must have been the T-80 right... No, that's not it. That's T-62. There's our T-80, I believe. Or is T-64. I can't really tell when they're dead. Oh, and we have missiles launching as well from our Dragon teams. They're out of missiles now. 0 ATGMs. Are you guys in cover?
Wilco.
I guess the building has to be blue for us to be in cover. Wow, the enemy is just shredding us. I was hoping for a lot more from those helicopters, to be honest. Can we split this group? I don't... oh, on group. That's it right there. Okay. There we are. So let's look around for more Soviet troublemakers. We got that best anti-aircraft unit in the game, the BRDM-2. And let me see if I can call out any more tanks to block there. Oh, that's 130 points? Wow, that's an expensive tank. All of our boys are pretty much out of ammo. I did not realize they would run out so quickly. Wow, look at all that fire coming in on the buildings. That's crazy.
Ready to go.
Okay, I think we destroyed that tank there. Oh, there's our recon tank. There was a tank flanking over here, but that might have been it right there. That was a Strela. But we'll see. Look at the beautiful shadows from the clouds, too. I do like that. Okay, enemy anti-aircraft gun getting close. The BRDM-2. Not necessarily one, but acting like it. Let's get a recon unit up to pop him. Our tank should be able to easily deal with him.
Ready for battle.
Well, as the Soviets get close, is there attack move or just attack? Let's see what that said there. We'll try to make these into a command group. Okay, that does work. Good. And let's go ahead and attack here.
Got it.
And that is attack move, right? Move to the selected point, stopping to attack detected enemy within range. Okay, that's exactly what I want. Perfect. And let's advance this way, too. Just so we have our flanks secure. Well, we've captured Bravo. The enemy's captured Delta and Echo. So if we capture that, we'll be in control.
On course.
Looks like the BRDM has shot down another chopper. I don't know if there's indications on the screen of us losing units, but it is helpful in Wargame to have audible alerts to whenever you're losing a unit or whether or not it's under attack. Let's try to get these guys under command now. Let's try to get some of that artillery ready to fire.
Awaiting orders.
Wait, is this turning these weapons on or off?
For your order.
Ah, it's not selecting, it's turning them on and off.
Need commands.
Oh, I don't need these. That's kind of nice, though. You can turn off the machine gun, so that way if you tell them to attack a target and they're out of main gun ammo, they don't drive across the map. Okay, let's control 2 of those. Looks like that works. And let's bombard the hell out of those advancing tanks.
Aiming.
Let's see how our artillery works now. Now, we're not doing too bad. We're 100 points or so behind the enemy.
Taking a new position.
Oh, now they're going to engage the Mutt. Wow, and it's an insta-destruct. Without even any rounds landing on it? Okay. It's a very powerful unit. I remember using those quite effectively when I played through last time. So maybe a little overpowered if they can shoot down helicopters with ease. And
Ready for battle.
let's see if they can fire the Shillelagh. Let's give that a shot.
Attack.
Alright, preparing to fire an ATGM. Range 2800. Stunned.
Ready to go.
Ah, so it does look like it has negative attributes and such, just like in Wargame. Alright, there goes our ATGM. Wow, it speeds up like crazy. Excellent! Finally, target destroyed. Good job.
Copy that.
Well, unfortunately, we lost our command, but we can definitely get another one back. We'll keep gathering points for a while. It's not like I'd have any points to buy anymore anyway.
Yes, Commander.
Looks like artillery landed all around that T-62. Tanks are arriving now and exploding upon sight of the enemy units. Awesome. Can you... Oh boy, look at all that fire coming in. wonder if there's a way to dig in tanks or to tell them to entrench anyway. It looks like there's no way to do that.
Here, sir.
Let's try to go through Echo.
Heading.
We'll attack move to Delta and see what we can find. Artillery not so useful.
On my way.
Shilka doing a lot of damage with that, wow, really? How much, what's the millimeter on that? 30? Let's see. It is a 23. Is that a 23 millimeter? I actually forgot what the Shilka has for its weapons. Those are awfully big guns, though. So it's like a 20 to 30 millimeters, somewhere in between. Well, the enemy's completely broken through on the right flank, making me rethink that helicopters are good, but only if they have, like, tank support. So it seems like helicopters are only good against tanks that really can't shoot back. They do actually have guns on the top of them, but not all of them. Some of them don't have any sort of, like, turret-mounted machine gun.
I'll be there soon.
Are our boys going through? Do we have fuel in this game? Let's see. Well, it looks like our units can move endlessly without needing to refuel, so we don't have to worry about that type of logistics. It's just ammunition. And I wonder if squads, if they become damaged, can be rearmed by, or rather, reinforced by supply units. So, like, for example, our Dragon team here probably has some casualties. Oh, good. We destroyed some more tanks. Well, that's good. Our artillery did a good job. We've certainly stopped a hell of a lot of Soviet tanks. Although taking our own beating, mostly because our stuff is expensive as well. Okay, let's keep pushing through. We have no recon here.
Moving as ordered.
But it's not like we need any to see where the enemy is. They're right over there. Oh, there they are. T-62's breaking through. Let's go up north. Oh, looks like the enemy has some helicopters too. They might be dropping off infantry to flank us. Going probably for the artillery. Well, let's get our artillery up to the front line. They've broken through to our lines. Let's see if we can break through to theirs. Looks like the AI is just kind of auto-told to just move to enemy-controlled sectors and just push forward. Again, this is a closed beta, so their AI programming is basically just move to point, and essentially all their units are probably just told to attack, move, left, right, and center. And then that's that. Okay, well, American tanks are moving up unopposed, as well as a troop transporter, the M113 A1. I've driven one of those before, by the way. Very tricky to drive those at a high speed. So they're really fast. And they're mostly, I believe, British variant of that is made of aluminum. T-62's crossing over to Alpha now. At least we were getting our artillery out of there. Wow, look at those number of Soviet tanks. T-64s times, oh boy, times 3, times 6, times more, maybe. Let's get our tanks to stop. What's the stop key? X. Okay, stop there. Now, these helicopters, I think, are supply choppers, but it's hard to tell what they've got in them. I think, oh, ammunition times 5,200 and 2,300, and then range is 530. It's actually quite a large range. I didn't see a circle around them, though, so I'm not sure. Looks like the command at Echo has either been eliminated or has retreated. So just as the enemy's done to us, we will do unto them. And we'll just sit here. Is there a way to tell our units to face a certain way? Doesn't look like there's an easy way to get our units to line up. I want to try to face the armor this way and just sit in a line, so that way if the Soviets become spotted, we can pop them. T-64s. We have T-64A-72s and T-64A-69s. Let's see how much of the situation we can salvage. First time playing this game in a while. First time playing with this nation, and I'm really liking what I see so far. Except for what I've seen from helicopters. I want to see them become more powerful. And those tows are a little inaccurate. They're very limited units, so it would be nice to see them be a little bit more effective in combat, because the tows are not very accurate. But I guess that's accurate to the time. Okay, so now we're into Delta. Enemies either retreated or lost a command at Echo. We've lost about 500 points worth of units, but we've retreated from where the enemy has broken through. Oh, look at all those tanks there. Let's get our artillery a little closer. We'll set them up there. Let's get our units replenished. How are these tanks doing? 50 tank rounds remaining? Oh, they've got more than enough. Okay, Chinook, you fly there. You fly here. We'll land to replenish those units. So it looks like the AI is mostly just very aggressive in breaking through, but now that they've kind of won, they're not really doing much. I like to, we can speed up time. That's a very good feature. So that way if we're waiting for an attack or something, we can get our units into position. We only have 117 points. Even if I had that command center, that gives me 1 M60, so really not that great. You need to control a astronomical amount of the map. Oh, let's see Revenge from the machine guns. Wow, those are very powerful. So it seems like AA units, their bonus is that they can just shoot further, I believe. And yeah, I would imagine a couple of 50 cals with a few short bursts on a helicopter would do it. So seems to make sense then. I just want the toes to be more powerful so they can get a few shots off before they go down. When you're facing this number of tanks, oh boy, what do we have here now? Uh-oh. Now we don't have any anti-aircraft out. These hounds are armed with, oh boy. They have some unguided rockets and also some ATGMs times 4 times 3. And it looks like, many times. Alright, let's see if we can get that artillery firing. Let's see what happens if we fire at those choppers. I remember correctly from Wargame that enemy helicopters that were hovering towards the ground could also be destroyed. Is there a reverse in this game? No. Oh, there is. Yes, G. Alright, let's retreat into the tree line then. They're going to shred some of our tanks. Let's see how the artillery does. So very high angle of attack here from our artillery. Where are those rounds? There they are. Tracks damaged. Can't see if there's any damage to these units, though. I don't see any health bars. Maybe that's it there, the 80. 180. Yeah, that might be it right there. Tracks and wheels are damaged on some of those tanks. That's good for trying to slow them down then.
Yes, Commander.
And it looks like one of our tanks did escape. Good.
Ready for battle.
Enemy aircraft spotted by our tanks. One tank destroyed. Pretty impressed by that, actually. Okay, let's do a restart now that I've learned some of the tactics and the abilities of the U.S. forces. Let's go ahead and give it another shot then and see how things go. Not too bad at half points. I'm actually quite proud of that since we have a little bit more to learn, of course. And see what we can do with more added tanks now. So speed is of the essence, so I should probably attack right away this time and waste no time in trying to eliminate enemy tanks. So we'll try to keep our column all together and see if we can punch right through. So let's give this another shot now. And again, thanks everybody for smashing that like button and supporting the channel too. Susie doesn't like the fact that there's a war going on, but she's the one who started it. Susie shot first. Alright, let's hide our command this time. Now we're going to try to go into pro mode. Let's try to use our lessons learned from our previous attempt and try to make it even better. So we'll go with tanks again on the road. That seemed to be quite effective with these other tanks. Let's also try to get ourselves a few recon tanks with us. And these actually seem to be very effective in firing at the enemy since they have ATGMs too. Let's also bring some regular standard tanks out. We will try to crush the enemy with the amount of just sheer tank force that we have. I'll also call out some air defense units. Only, unfortunately, 4 of those. And also I want another command unit to roll onto that first sector and then the second sector. Helicopters, I want a few recon choppers to kind of keep an eye on the enemy. I don't think I have any sort of air-to-air missiles or anything on any of these choppers from what I've seen. Let's go ahead and keep this group together here and this group together here. We'll send out a couple of strike groups. The other helicopters just weren't as effective since they've got to get awfully close in order to engage. Artillery was kind of underperforming, and well, we could try to set up an ambush here for enemy units that break through on this flank, so let's try that out with another recon tank. Perfect. Oh, that's 90 points. I thought it was 60. Alright, well, let's get one tank, and how do we delete units that we don't want? Let's go with... Actually, let's go with 2 of these. We've got quite a few recon tanks. So let's get a group over there to go, and another group over here by our command unit. Alright, let's give it another shot. See how things go. Okay. Make some improvements now. Let's head right into the forest. And we'll head right in with our units here. See if we can get to that town before the Soviets. So it looks like the Dragon teams really didn't get a lot of ammunition and weren't very stealthy against the Soviet units since they were spotted right away by Soviet recon. Alright, let's check out this convoy, boys. Wow, that's a lot of units, man. Yeah, alright, so this time around... Oh, it looks like we're also scoring by controlling... Why are they getting +3 and I'm getting +1? That's interesting. Wow, they already immediately captured a control point? So this must be income, which also goes towards total points at the end of the game. I see. Spetsnaz grew over here. See if we can get these guys, shoot them out of the sky with our Vulcan cannons. Armed with Gatling. I think that might be a 20mm? No, I don't know. I actually don't know.
On course.
Chase him down, boys. Ooh, watch it. There's a Strela there. So enemy special forces are trying to sneak past us.
Yes, sir.
And we will have our... where are those guys? Anti-aircraft units. Oh man, this is just a mess.
Following your commands. Firing at the target.
Let's see if you guys can get them. Here we go. Wow, that's incredibly powerful. Okay. Wow, okay. Very good. Good job, boys.
Watch by dust. At maximum speed.
Okay, let's see if we can keep an eye on the approaching Soviet forces. Looks like our cursor also turns yellow or green based on the intensity of the cover.
Under your control.
Also on the minimap, it looks like it also does show you X's for helicopters. Oh, it actually shows you helicopter, infantry, tank, other ground vehicles. Okay.
Under your control.
All right, let's get you into cover. And you as well. We'll try to fight over taking Echo shortly. Looks like the Soviets have already achieved capturing that. But the BRDM-2 is too deadly from our last experience with it. BMP-1s are undefended from air attacks. They don't have a machine gun to attack air. Where's our recon tanks? Yeah, recon. Ooh, there's a T-80. Hold on, boys. Save your missiles. And target that instead. Big points for taking one of those out. Well, worst case scenario, the BRDM will come over here to our recon vehicle.
Destination received.
Let's keep our recon chopper nearby. They have quite a bit of range, so we need to keep away from those. Alright, T-80 is about within range.
Following your commands.
Ooh, I think we may have scored a hit on that tank. Nope, we've only angered it. Cobras are out of ATGMs, I believe. No, ×5 still.
Fire.
But that thing does have... Oh, it doesn't have a cannon on top either. Okay, hopefully that crew is panicked in a little bit. Oh, damn, a stray line. We gotta back out, back out.
Got it.
Pull back, boys. Alright, T-80 destroyed. Good job, everyone.
Ready for
Alright, well, huge enemy force is spotted here, so let's bring everything to bear against it.
What is your order? Yes, Commander.
Let's get our units out of there with the Strela approaching. Back to the right side, the BRDM is spotted.
Yes, sir.
Pull back the helicopters again. One AA unit can take down an entire squad, we've learned. So it's best to stay away. Recon tank here, go ahead and encounter that BMP.
Following your commands.
Oh hell, this is gonna be shooting fish in a barrel. Let them have it, boys. Wow. Nice. Whoa, cutting right through those Soviet tanks. Beautiful. Damn. Okay. Well, that's some good situation for us. Where'd our
Ready to go.
M551A1 go? Did it get destroyed?
Under control.
It did. What the hell? They destroyed our tank right there. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. That little tiny POS? BMP-1 destroyed that thing?
Under your control.
Wait, right there. Let's see if we can beef our two guys together.
Deadly force.
Yeah, use deadly force. Kill it before it lays eggs. Soviet Strelas pushing right through.
Inbound on your target.
Okay, let's have our boys zigzag back this way. Let's get back onto the road. Blob up right there. Oh, stray lot destroyed. Nice. One of our recon tanks destroyed, though. No, that's actually large. One of my other tanks, I believe, breaking through. Okay, we're going to have to beef up to defeat the Soviets that way. Oh, looks like this recon tank did a good job of cutting through another BRDM. Excellent. Good work. Alright, let's harass them from the flanks. We're about to have another big armored battle. Don't see any other enemy anti-aircraft guns, so Echo will need to be ours soon. We will need to call in some sort of a supply unit. That's unfortunate. We got greedy with that recon tank, and now it's shredded from T-62/Shilkas. I'm going to have to just stay away from those. I really don't know what their range is against choppers, but once they open fire, that's it. Enemy command vehicle there. Let's get those Cobras to come up and zap them. If we hold shift, it'll follow orders that way. Alright, go ahead and start opening up on everything, boys. Let them have it.
Under your control.
Take them out one at a time. Ooh, direct hit on one of our tanks.
Under your control.
I don't know if our units can actually see that tank there.
Fire.
Some sort of a glitch. He's hidden inside of a house, so our units don't know, I think, how to respond to that.
Confirmed.
Because they're trying to target him. We're going to lose units then due to that. They are trying to target that tank, but then they cancel the targeting. Yeah, hard for our boys to shoot inside of a house.
Awaiting orders. Ready for battle. Standing by.
Let's try to position over here.
Moving as ordered.
Lots of T-64s coming in now. Enemies still defeating us after several good moves.
Under your control.
I'm just going to try to stay away from that Shilka. Let's go in for the BRDM-2U.
Target coordinates.
We're just going to have to retreat here. That Shilka's too close. Yeah, so unfortunately, like 3 or 4 tanks lost due to buildings just being filled with tanks. This, I guess, is accurate, where he's parked around one, but being halfway into a building and not being able to target it is the problem. So something for an update, I guess. Let's pull back.
Retreat.
Yep, throw in reverse, Terry. Reverse! Reverse, Terry. Alright, what are we attacking with here? Vulcan cannons not having any effect. How about you guys try missiles? It is an armored vehicle, after all. There we go. Good job, boys.
Yes,
Alright, let's see if we can keep popping some more commands.
getting out.
Yeah, unfortunately we lost like 6 or 7 or 8 vehicles due to not being able to shoot through the buildings. So that could be an exploit that we don't want to see happen if we play this game in full multiplayer.
Ready for battle.
But I'm more interested in a story and see more missions play out this way.
Tactical retreat.
Alright, let's see what else we got out here.
Destination received.
Okay, what else do we have? A Shilka still sneaking in?
Yes, Commander.
Well, now we can sneak past him.
Flying out. On course.
He might not be able to see us.
Ready.
Let's go attack that with our own tank.
Here, sir.
Well, luckily enemy tanks are approaching now, so we won't have to get destroyed by a building anymore. We were basically phasing off of the bunker at that point.
Ready for the job.
Alright, another enemy command coming in. Lots of Shilkas out there. So we don't even really need to face the enemy. What we really need to do is just plop down in areas that are unoccupied and score points that way. Boys, don't get any closer. What is the range of those Shilkas? They should be able to shoot us from here. Nice, another vehicle destroyed.
Roger.
Good job, boys. Alright, let's come back and start harassing these tanks now.
As ordered.
Looks like enemy tanks have broken through. We should be able to harass them too with our Cobras. Let's try to save our commands up front, though.
Always ready.
Oh, it's a shame. We had so many good tanks there, and now they're just being shredded through.
Target coordinates.
Luckily, they don't have any anti-aircraft for those helicopters, so we're good there. I would like to see if we had any sort of ATGM vehicles, such as like a Bradley or something along those lines. Not necessarily a Bradley, but more just like a M113 with a tow launcher on it is really what I'd like to see here.
Awaiting orders.
We're going to have to retreat from this area.
Got it.
Soviet T-62s are blasting away at
Changing
anti-aircraft guns.
Available for action.
Cobras, do you have anything?
Ready.
I do like that, though. The separate icons for both missile and also rocket. I like that. They're able to independently indicate which vehicles
Flying.
have missiles and which ones have rockets, etc. Well, we might be able to win by a technicality if we destroy the enemy's commands. We still have 3 commands to their, maybe 1? They have 1 zone captured, so we'll see.
Following your command.
Okay, we have 2 anti-aircraft guns remaining. This, oh, let's see if he can pop them. T-62 at close range. ATGM going out. Nice! Very good. And our tank is still alive. Well, damn, I think we crushed them all.
I'll be there soon.
Okay, let's go scout for more enemy commands. We might be able to win that way by rushing, by destroying them completely from the map. If you can't win by force, I guess try to big brain it. We're not going to be able to win the score battle. I wonder if this is also indicates how many points a vehicle is worth, though 185, that doesn't seem congruent.
Yes, Commander.
It's hard to tell which vehicles are worth points and how many.
For the job.
Well, let's go shoot this recon helicopter down.
Commander.
Looks like they can engage from about 1,500 meters.
Missiles on target.
Nope, you're going to be firing machine guns there, boys. And holy God, they've got everything over here. Multiple Strela launchers. Let's see the missiles fire. Oh, our helicopters are actually popping flares. More Shilkas, though. Just unstoppable defense. I can't really break through that. Looks like they're locking on. Shilkas are firing at the Cobra. I can't tell if they're taking damage or not, if they're scoring hits. But they've got a very good AA net set up. I can't approach pretty much anywhere there.
Target coordinates.
Trying to sneak in and see if we can find one command. Could also cheese it with artillery.
Ready to go.
Go ahead and get our vehicle back up there.
Here, sir.
Alright, so the whole Soviet army is plopping down into Alpha now. The only thing we can really do is call out one tank, but I'll just call out some more of these recon tanks and try to have them target with ATGMs. We have a fighting chance that way against those vehicles.
Heading out.
Wow, look at all those units sitting there. Akatsi artillery, T-64s and BMPs all over here.
Yes, sir.
Oh, did we destroy the Shilka? We might be able to break through. That looks like a Shilka to me. It was, anyway. Shilka, of course, is the anti-aircraft gun that we were facing against before. If we have some rounds remaining, 2,800 rounds, we might be able to destroy a lightly armored command. Look at all those units. Those are very expensive.
Target coordinates.
Well, if this were Wargame, the enemy should be able to shoot at us now, but he must not have enough angle.
Flying.
There it is. UAZ spotted. Kill it before it lays eggs, boys. Here, you hit him with the missiles, you hit him with the machine gun.
Ready for the job.
They might have one more vehicle out there. We're not too not too far away in points now. Looks like one of our helicopters is down. Rounds going out, 2,800.
Yes, Commander.
Ooh, the heart's pounding. Seems like I should have called the helicopter over here to fire rockets. It's just a truck. Basically just a little Jeep. Well, that was a hit. Now, worst case scenario, I could call in artillery and try to drop that on them. Artillery's 140 points. Oh, victory! We won! Excellent! We destroyed the enemy command. Fantastic. There it is, boys. Skin of the teeth. Wow. Look at the amount of vehicles out here, too. I remember from playing the enemy side that these vehicles are all worth at least like 130 like 90 to 130 points. So the fact that they've got all this armor sitting here is incredible. They've still got thousands of units on the field, but we won. So I guess that worked. Okay, whatever it takes to win a war, I suppose. All is fair in love and dodging taxes and war. Keep that in mind, kids. All right, let's go back to the main menu then. Well, this game has definitely got a lot of promise to it, and it just hit a fatal error, unfortunately. So that will be the end of it. The game has crashed, I guess, but that's what you get with the closed beta. Much love to the team. Thank you guys for watching. I have much to learn about this game and many more features to unfold and more balancing, of course, with a game that is not complete. Well, they're still working on it, so a lot to change, and I hope to see you guys coming back to the channel again sometime soon. Take care. I'll see you all next time. Have a great day. Thanks for leaving a like. Thanks for that positivity and all that love, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye, everybody. Have a good one.